It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Hey guys, let's talk John Wall, the leader of this team without a doubt. When they struggle, though, does he get too much of the blame, Kenny?
No, that comes with the price tag of being a max contract player, the leader of your team, all of those things, the face of the franchise. The best player gets the credit, but he also gets the criticism.
I agree with that, but as good as Wall is, there are 4 other guys on the floor, and they all should share responsibility for a loss, not just the max guy, Kenny.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Denver, what are you doing, man?
Staying loose, man. What's up?
You know we have a wait.
The Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're and before we get going. All right, thanks, DA.
Well, you know, the Bucks only have one title in their history as a franchise, but what a title it was, led by my favorite player of all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, known as Lou Alcindor back in the day. Teams up with the veteran Oscar Robertson, the Big O, to bring the Bucks that first title.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Washington, the always dangerous Wall and Beal are the backcourt. Porter and Morris, the duo at forward, and it's Mahimi in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Harper, and finished off by Prez. And just a roster note for this game, they have made the decision to bring Denver Levins in on a 10-day contract. Looks like he's back with the team.
And a wrinkle about this story is the rest of the team specifically asked for Levins to return. Even though he didn't play, they wanted his presence on the bench and in the locker room.
Ball against Harper. Up top, Porter. Got a piece of it. He dishes it to Mahimi. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I approve that steal.
That is his first foul of the game.
Party.
And Washington has possession. Here's Wall.
Oh, wow. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Harper against Wall. Offensive rebound, Bucks. Monroe kicks to Young. No one covering.
And really, Young is never going to pass up a catch-and-shoot opportunity. He's remarkably efficient with those kinds of shots.
Dishes to Porter. Back to Wall. No one near him. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Which is exactly why they better start D'ing him up before he really gets ahead of steam up. That's the idea. Shut him down before he gets going.
Harper's shot is good.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Morris kicks to Mahimi. Down low, Wall, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We call that a high percentage shot, and when he's the guy taking it, I'd even say it's automatic.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Pass to Young. Deflects the pass. Beal with the steal. Tipped away. Feeds it to Morris. Back to Beal. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Harper. Another miss by Harper. The Wizards with the lead. And here's Morris for 3. Rebound by Parker.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Well, it's admirable when you look at Prez, a selfless superstar with incredible potential. I think he's got a chance to be one of the all-time greats.
And one of the big issues for the Wizards is making sure they stay fiery on the defensive end. When this team, Greg, gets in trouble, more often than not, it's because they get sloppy on D.
Yeah, and that can hurt them at times. When they don't bother to challenge shooters or miss a rotation, that's when things start to go south. How far this team goes depends on how far their defense will take them.
Parker up top. The dish to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Harper. 5 to shoot. Here's Monroe. Beal pulls it in.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
To the inside. Wall. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 8 points.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Harper's shot's good.
Man, I like to see Prez get aggressive inside. Really determined to score when he gets that close to the rim.
Harper against Wall. And the call will be against Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Morris a screen. Beal gets a wide open look. No good on the quick 3. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Well, looking at the numbers for Prez in this one, he's already got 9 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Wizards making a switch here. Gortat's checked in, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for 1 more.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. To the wing on the left. Parker left side. Here's Monroe. And they will call over the back on the play.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
That free throw, no good. And you look at John Wall, perhaps the only thing as fast as his feet are his hands.
And it shows up in his career steal number. I mean, Wall is always good to come away with a handful of takeaways every game.
And clearly the Bucks, one of the more youthful teams in the league. The players they plan to build around have a few years before they're even in their mid-20s, so a bright future. I mean, their youth can be good and bad. It kind of cuts both ways during the season.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Harper. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Count it, good. And with the double-edged sword of youth, the Bucks have just been trying to focus on getting better and growing their talent the last year or two.
And I like that approach. I think it's the right approach to take with a team like this. Getting them to learn what it takes to be a consistent player in the NBA is huge. I mean, letting them come together organically and having leaders emerge has been part of the process. It takes a little longer that way, but I think it is more of a solid foundation when you start competing in playoff basketball.
And good that time.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And Young kicks to Harper. Monroe. And there's the call on Marcin Gortat. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks trail by 7. Parker and Monroe together inside. Harper is out there with Young. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Harper, no good. Wizards shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Knicks was superb. He ended up with 25 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. That was just the latest in a string of very productive games for him. We'll see if he can keep this streak going, Kevin.
Great job, Dave. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
They get the rebound. Mahimi, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the...
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
That free throw good from Mahimi.
And, you know, when Jason Kidd was a player, he had a no-nonsense approach to the game. Still maintains that approach as a coach. Very much focused on results and efficiency over bells and whistles and all the extras.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And thinking about where Kidd's playing tendencies show up in his coaching, his unselfishness and commitment to defense are there too.
Yeah, and there's a calming demeanor that he